Okay, I've pasted what we came up with earlier for our atmospheric example, just the Dorian stuff, C Dorian, into this spot. Let's just see what happens.
You Rocky Kincaid?
Yeah.
You know, Frankie Clinton is in pretty serious trouble. We're trying to help him all we can. You're a pretty good friend of Frankie's, and you can help him a lot if you want to. Do you? Maybe you youngsters don't realize it, but the policy of the department is to stay on your side, especially when we know someone higher up is a real cause if you're getting into...
Okay, I have a couple ideas for ways we can make this more interesting. Here's one. Let's pull that up just a hair. What I'm thinking of is shifting this by 2 beats so that we get chord, piano note, and the piano note doesn't hit at the same time as the chords. We're going to offset them just by a little bit, just to make a little less predictable.
You Rocky Kincaid?
Yeah.
You know, Frankie Clinton is in pretty serious trouble. We're trying to help him all we can.
Now, I should point out this piano note thing here is just something I like to do. I like an isolated piano note just by itself floating around for atmosphere, maybe even up an octave. Let's try bumping that up an octave.
You Rocky Kincaid?
Yeah.
You know, Frankie Clinton is in pretty serious trouble. We're trying to help.
Another thing we could do with this that would really help it is to add a ton of reverb to it. Reverb is really good for atmosphere. Let's just crank up the reverb on that.
You Rocky Kincaid?
Yeah.
Solo that. Let's also put a reverb on the strings. That won't be as noticeable because we don't really have much attacks there. But now, let's take our strings. Let's go down to our pad. Let's see what we can do here. That's where it starts. Yes. Okay, now let's find a pad that really works well here. I'm going to go out of the analog here and into a different instrument and look for a pad that might work well. Pads is an instrument called Operator. It has some really nice ones. That's kind of nice. Got a little too much motion though. Ooh. That's kind of what I'm looking for. So let's try that. Okay, let's see what we've got here. Let's try to blend these a little bit.
You Rocky Kincaid?
Yeah.
You know, Frankie Clinton is in pretty serious trouble. We're trying to help him all we can. You're a pretty good friend of Frankie's, and you can help him a lot if you want to. Do you? Maybe you youngsters don't realize it, but the policy of the department is to stay on your side, especially when we know someone higher up is a real cause if you're getting into trouble.
Okay. I think we're getting somewhere here. Let me just extend this last one. Oops, we're set to loop. Okay, so let's duplicate this out and this out. So I'm just going to duplicate those to make them longer. And you know what I'm going to do for now? I'm going to mute this piano part. I'm just going to let the chords kind of go and just be there. And we're just going to kind of work around this Dorian stuff for a little while. Now, another thing I did here is I stretched out all of these chords so that they blend into each other like a lot. That's going to create some dissonance, some tension, some a little bit of release in there too. And so let's just see what we've got now.
You Rocky Kincaid?
Yeah.
You know, Frankie Clinton is in pretty serious trouble. We're trying to help him all we can. You're a pretty good friend of Frankie's, and you can help him a lot if you want to. Do you? Maybe you youngsters don't realize it, but the policy of the department is to stay on your side, especially when we know someone higher up is a real cause of your getting into trouble.
Yeah, I'd like to help him if I could, but I don't know nothing about it. I haven't seen Frankie much lately.
But you know a lot of people that Frankie knows.
A few, I guess.
But you just tell me if any of these people mean anything to you. Fred Smith.
No, I never heard of him.
Been around the pool hall on 8th Street?
Once in a while.
Ever
pull
heard
that
of
out one
Fred
more
Smith
time.
around there?
No, I never did.
All right. Bob Winter.
Yeah, I know him. He used to live in our neighborhood. But he's all right. He's a nice fella. He never got no trouble.
Okay. Al Holmes.
Holmes? I don't know. Al Holmes? Seems like, did he work in a cafeteria or something?
I
Put
think
this
so.
piano part in
Oh,
now.
I've seen him around, but I never had anything to do with him.
What did he look like?
Kinda, I don't know. Kinda nice dresser.
Was he tall?
No. Well, not very tall.
Was he short?
Kinda medium, I guess. Kinda husky.
Now you say you never had nothing to do with him. Why was that? Didn't you like him or what?
No, he just... Well, I never knew him very well.
Hasn't Holmes got an uncle? Big shot uncle.
Yeah, Simmons. I think. He lives over in Magnolia. He travels around.
You sure it isn't Stephen?
Let's leave
No,
just the
Simmons.
piano part going for a second.
All right, Umberto Scali.
No, I never heard of him.
You sure now? This is important to Frankie.
No, honest, I never heard of him.
All right, son. You've helped more than you think. Keep your nose clean. I'll see you around.
That cross stain's looking worse.
Oh, I don't mind it ending right there.
That cross stain's looking worse every day, Mr.
Okay. I don't love this cue, but it kind of serves our purpose. What I'd want to do is fill out this orchestra a little bit more, which is something we're going to talk about in the next chunk, which is really kind of orchestrating something to sound a lot better, given the tools we have and how working with the orchestra can work. So that'll be in the next section. So maybe we'll come back to this one in that section. For now, I'm going to kind of leave it where it is and call it a buried atmosphere.